Hey everybody, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the episode of Ask a Therapist. This week is Thanksgiving, so we are coming at you with some viewer submitted Am I the Asshole? So I'm not getting this from Reddit. You haven't heard this before, neither have I. Here we go. Am I the asshole for refusing to pray at Thanksgiving even though my mom said it would be just being respectful? I, 32-year-old female bisexual, am married to my wife. This is our first Thanksgiving back with my conservative Christian family since I came out. Before dinner, my mom asked me to just go along with the prayer and bow my head so it wouldn't make things awkward. I told her I'm not comfortable participating in something that's tied to a belief system that traumatized me. She got teary and said I was ruining the peace. My brother called me selfish for making the holiday about me, and I stood my ground, but now everyone says I disrespected my parents in their own home. Am I the asshole for not going along with the prayer? The request that you involve yourself in something to keep the peace for other people, therefore disrupt your own peace, is an unfair ask. And while we are free to make the decisions that we need to make for our own security and safety and happiness, other people are free to then respond to them in the manner they want to. In reality, I would have preferred to hear your mom say something like, hey, I know that religion isn't for you now, or you don't follow this, or whatever, however she wants to phrase it, and then say, we would like to pray before the meal. What would make you comfortable? Like, how can we do something that would make all of us comfortable and make it a family event, which is what we want Thanksgiving to be? That would be a lovely gesture. And if at that point you were to say, do it my way or not at all, then maybe we'd lean a little more into you being a little bit of an asshole, right? Because like, if you've decided to show up and you've decided to make an effort with the family and you're not willing to meet them a little bit if they're willing to meet you, that's a different story. That's not the story you've told here though. So let's be clear about this. You have gone back to see your family for the first time since you came out, which honestly for me begs the question of like, did you come out right before you got married? How many Thanksgivings has it been? How long has it been since you've kept the peace in this way? The thing is about families, especially Christian families, especially dysfunctional Christian families, the expectation that you will go along and keep the peace is for everyone else's comfort. And it is more of a problem to disrupt the peace than it is to call out negative patterns, than it is to call out inappropriate actions. And if your family doesn't see that, that's not your fault, but you will forever be the person who is the problem if you are not going along with the script, because everyone else is. And until they start seeing how harmful the script actually is, it's not your job to make them see how harmful it is for them. That's on them. But until they start to understand it, they're going to assume that you are the problem because you are the one not following the script everyone else is following. So are you the asshole? No. Is that going to change in your family? Are they going to see you as differently? Are they going to understand that? Probably not. Number 2, am I the asshole for bringing my girlfriend to Thanksgiving dinner when I was told come alone or don't come at all? I'm a 29-year-old woman who came out last year and have been dating my girlfriend for about 8 months. My family is extremely religious, and my mom told me that if I brought her, it would make grandma uncomfortable. I decided to bring her anyway. We were polite, helped cook, cleaned up, and left early. Now my siblings are saying I ambushed the family and disrespected boundaries. My dad texted me that I'm choosing sin over family. I think if their love is conditional, that's on them. Am I the asshole for bringing my girlfriend? Sure, maybe a little bit, but also is that bad? Like, why did you want to go if you knew they weren't going to be happy you were there? Like, if they weren't going to fully embrace, if they weren't going to make you feel comfortable, if they weren't going to see your contribution as like a human, as something to be celebrated, why would you want to be there? And if the answer is because they're my family, I get that, but it is not a queer person's job to politely behave a homophobe's ideas wrong. You know, like, that's not your job. Your job isn't to say, hey, look how normal we are. And if you're worried about this not being normal, don't be, because we can behave and be helpful and help cook dinner and help clean up and earn our love here and earn our place here, just like everybody else does, because we can be good. Like, that isn't your job. Their job is to love you because you are who you are. Your family's religion is stopping them from seeing their connection to you as a worthwhile thing, you don't owe them your time or your energy. If you choose to be in a relationship with them in order for it to maybe one day change and to give them space and time, if you can do that without it costing you too much, then do that. That's your call. But the fact that your dad is then saying to you that you're choosing sin over family, and the fact that your siblings are saying to you that you did something wrong by just showing up with your girlfriend, wanting to spend Thanksgiving with your family, they are telling you what they want and what they expect and what they actually think. They're being very clear about it. The only person who wasn't clear was your mom, because she said you make your grandmother uncomfortable, when in reality, it's making her and probably your dad uncomfortable. Or clearly your dad, because he said you're choosing sin. That's crazy work. Like, who says that to somebody? You are not disrespectful just for existing. And that's the message that your family is trying to. And that's the message that, like, religion gives us too. So let's be really clear about that. But your existence is not disrespectful. Their request that you hide your existence or hide your relationship, that is disrespectful, because that anticipates you wanting to be not a whole person in order for their comfort. It anticipates you centering their comfort over your own happiness. Why would you do that for people who are not willing to engage in conversation with you and see your side of it? When families issue ultimatums, they're weaponizing belonging. Very similar to how the church does, right? Like, it's not fair, it's not okay, it's not right in any way to use belonging to coerce someone into being the person you want them to be. That's not okay. You do not have to give in to that, and you do not have to participate in it. So, question for y'all, would you bring your partner in this situation? What would you do? Okay, and our last one, am I the asshole for bringing a separate vegan dish and refusing to eat my mom's turkey after she said a grace about people who've lost their way? Okay. I am a 33-year-old woman who is ex-evangelical, and I've been vegan for years. My mom insists that I just try her turkey every year because it's made with love. Love and coercion. This year during Grace, she said, Lord, bless those who've lost their way and help them to return to your truth. Everyone looked right at me. Oh my God. I quickly served myself from the vegan dish I brought and ignored her turkey. She accused me later of making a scene. Am I the asshole for refusing to eat after the prayer? No, you're not the asshole for having a preference for food that you choose to eat and sticking to that. You don't have to be coerced into eating a different way because it makes your mother more comfortable. You should not feel coerced into giving up your ideals because it makes someone else's experience better or they feel like they win somehow. There's a difference between disagreeing with someone and disrespecting them. And that's really, really important here, especially as we go into Thanksgiving. Disagreeing with someone is, you are a human, I am a human. I do not stand where you stand on this. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I can hear you out and I can value you as a person, but we do not have to stand in the same place. Disrespecting someone is, you are stupid for how you feel and your opinion here doesn't matter because it doesn't match mine. That's disrespectful. See the difference? You didn't make a scene or disrespect your mother or disrespect the dinner by having a preference, a difference of opinion on the kind of food that you put into your body, but you get to decide what food you put into your body. It's your body, period. My body, my choice, right? Like, you do not owe to anyone to compromise your morals or ideals to make them more comfortable. And she is doing the same coercive control, manipulation, strong arm tactic that evangelicals have used for years to keep people submissive to them and to their ideals. So is it possible that she doesn't actually know what she's doing? I mean, I guess. Does that matter? I guess that's kind of up to you. The important thing here is to understand that no is a full sentence. When she says, eat the turkey, no. You don't have to explain why you don't like it. You don't have to explain being vegan. You don't have to explain anything else. No is a full sentence. Anything that you discuss with people should be your call to discuss it and not them expecting you to explain yourself ad nauseum until you convince them. You cannot convince someone else of your work. You're not going to do it. It's never going to happen. Whether it's your ideas have worth, you as a person have worth, you are not going to convince someone else either. They believe it or they don't. Can they start to believe it? Sure, but that's on them. So no, you're not the asshole. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.